Have you ever wondered whether the images you post online truly reflect who you are? Or are they just a curated, edited, and sometimes imagined version of yourself? In the digital world, where every moment can be captured, shared, and judged, our identity is no longer just what we feel inside. It's also what others see through a screen. We live in an era where images are not just tools for communication, but instruments for constructing identity. Every photo, every status update, every like or comment contributes to shaping how others perceive us, and sometimes how we perceive ourselves. It's hard to deny the power of images in shaping our sense of self. When you choose a photo to post on social media, you're not just sharing a moment, you're sending a message. This is me. But is that really all of you, or just a carefully selected part, edited to meet the expectations of viewers? We often choose the most beautiful moments, the perfect angles, the cutest or most alluring expressions, and then we start believing that this is who we truly are. But deep down, we might feel differently. We might be tired, anxious, or simply not like the image we just shared. This virtual self isn't just a social phenomenon, it's a psychological one. It reflects our need to be acknowledged, liked, and to belong. When a post gets many likes, we feel happy. When no one interacts, we feel disappointed. Our emotions are influenced by numbers, symbols, and feedback from others. This gradually leads us to adjust our behavior, our expressions, and even our thoughts to align with the image we want to maintain. We become a version of ourselves shaped by how others see us. There's a concept in psychology called the reflected self, the way we perceive ourselves through the eyes of others. In the digital world, this becomes even more pronounced. We reflect ourselves not just through the eyes of family and friends, but through hundreds, even thousands of strangers online. Every like, every comment, every share is a mirror reflecting our image. And then we begin to live according to those mirrors. We strive to maintain a positive, dynamic, successful, or attractive image, depending on our personal goals. But what happens when that image no longer reflects our true feelings? Many people feel pressured to maintain a perfect image on social media. They feel exhausted from always having to be cheerful, beautiful, and successful. They fear that if they share moments of vulnerability, sadness, or failure, they'll be judged, rejected, or lose popularity. This leads to a separation between the real self and the virtual self. We live two lives, one with genuine emotions and one with controlled images. This separation can cause confusion, loneliness, and even identity crises. Yet, the virtual self isn't entirely negative. It can also be a tool for self-exploration and expression. Many people find confidence in sharing their images. They feel connected, heard, and inspired. They use social media to tell their stories, convey messages, and create change. In these cases, the virtual self becomes an extension of the real self, a way to express aspects that might be suppressed in everyday life. The issue isn't whether we have a virtual self, but whether we're aware of its existence. When we understand that online images are just a part of who we are, we won't be dependent on them. We won't measure our self-worth by likes or comments. We won't feel like failures when a post goes unnoticed. Instead, we'll use images as tools for connection, sharing, and exploration. not as definitions of ourselves. Interestingly, the virtual self doesn't just affect how we see ourselves, it also affects how we see others. When we see someone posting travel photos, luxurious meals, or career success, we easily feel envy or inadequacy. We forget that these are just small parts of their lives, parts chosen to be shared. We compare our entire lives to the best moments of others. And then we feel not good enough, not interesting enough, not successful enough. This is a psychological trap that many fall into in the digital age. To escape this trap, we need to learn to view images with awareness. We need to understand that social media is a stage where everyone is performing. No one shares their entire self, and that's perfectly normal. We don't need to live up to others' expectations, nor do we need to perform a perfect version of ourselves. We can choose to express ourselves honestly, even if it's not widely liked, because authenticity always has value, and it helps us connect with those who truly understand and empathize with us. Another important thing is to spend time connecting with our real self. Step away from the screen, listen to your inner feelings, and ask, who am I without social media? This question might confuse you, but it can also open a profound journey of self-discovery. When we're not influenced by images, we'll recognize our true values, things that can't be shown in photos, measured by likes, or judged by others. The real self holds our emotions, memories, beliefs, and dreams. It's not perfect, but it's authentic. It doesn't need editing, but it needs to be heard. When we connect with the real self, we feel more peaceful, confident, and fulfilled. We stop living to perform and start living to experience. We stop chasing images and start seeking meaning. And then we realize that the virtual self is just one part of our life journey. It can be a tool, a medium, or a playground, but it's not the whole of who we are. We have the right to choose how we express ourselves, but also the right to keep parts private, imperfect, and still growing. Because a person isn't a photo, they're a story being written every day with real emotions, real experiences, and genuine sincerity. When we understand this, we'll no longer be controlled by the virtual self. We'll use it consciously, selectively, and purposefully. We won't live through images, we'll live through connection. We won't perform, we'll share. And most importantly, we won't lose ourselves in the digital world. We'll find ourselves among the status updates, the photos, and the quiet conversations.